Hey y'all.
Hey girl.
Had to put some damn lip gloss on.
Tell them about that lip gloss. What kind of lip gloss that is?
This
Is it that dollar lip gloss?
This is
Is it the dollar lip gloss?
it was $1.50.
I was just asking.
It wasn't $1.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It was $1.50. Let's see here. This that Jellylicious from the beauty supply store. That's the best lip gloss ever.
Got you all shiny and everything.
Exactly. My lip gloss be popping. Okay. So I want to tell everybody thank you so much for coming to the premiere of our new podcast.
Yes.
All right. Talk Your Ish with Tay and Shay. Shay and Tay. So I'm Tay Money, as y'all may know. If you follow me on my TikTok, I'm Tay Money.
And Shay.
That's Shay Shay. So this is the premiere of Talk Your Ish with Shay and Tay. So what we're going to be doing is every Friday at 9 o'clock, we're going to come to y'all unscripted, live.
Right.
And we're going to pull a topic from the topic bowl. Okay.
So
we got a topic. Show the bowl.
Y'all better be glad she wanted to use this bowl because I was gonna use a Member Smart bowl. You know what I'm saying?
She was gonna use the fucking bowl.
Get some sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen,
that we got from Sam's Club.
People shop at Sam's
with the damn barbecue baked beans.
People shop at Sam's whether they got the car from their auntie, their mama, their grandmama, their grandfather. Like, even if they their car, they spend a little $50. But Alright.
That's so damn ghetto. Anyways. So
it's $100 now, I think. Okay.
Thank you guys for coming. So let's go ahead and get started, okay?
Yes.
So what we gonna do is we gonna pull, I don't know which one. We gonna pull a topic.
Shake it up. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna pull a topic from the topic bowl, and we gonna dive right in. So while we doing this, feel free. Hold on, what that say? I'm like blind. I can't even freaking see that far. But feel free to put your comments up.
And we appreciate all the love.
Yes.
Like, all the support.
Yes. And then towards the end, we gonna let y'all talk y'all ish. Okay, we gonna let y'all speak. So let's see what we got.
Yeah.
What we got?
Fuck that thing up, baby.
What we got?
Do that thing, 21. Do that thing.
All right. Let's see.
Go ahead, talk your ish.
Why it had to be this one?
Go ahead, talk your ish.
Can I pull another one?
Can we do it like if you don't like it, just pull it to the side?
Look, I don't know if y'all can see this. So the topic for today.
Pull it back. They can't see.
You can't see. The topic for today is toxic exes. How much time we got? Because I got so much to talk about, okay? So we're going to put the topic bowl to the side.
Talk your ish, though.
So the topic of the day is toxic exes.
So when it comes to toxic exes, like, share share the, I wouldn't say PG because it's toxic, so you really got to, like, it's not PG anything. So just share, like, a decent, not trying to save them. But
let me say something to you. Ain't shit decent about my exes, my toxic exes. And I can take responsibility for the fact that, like, nigga, bitch, you chose them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I ain't know they was toxic when I chose them. Like, let me give an example. So I was dating this person, right? This was years and years ago. But I was dating this person, okay? This person... I ain't gonna go into too much detail, but this person had a sickness, okay? This sickness made it so that this person really needed help, okay? Like, I would take this person to their doctor's appointments. I would take this person, to the hospital. I would, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, I really did for this person. I was the only person working. I let this person move into my apartment. So that they wouldn't have to worry about having some place to lay their head. Okay, so fast forward. So I did the stupid little thing of letting this person borrow my car and drop me off at work and use my car.
I mean, I don't think I mean, don't call yourself stupid. You could say you was young.
Let me explain something to you. The reason I did it because I was like trying to be nice. Like, you have errands to run. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be at work. The car's just gonna be sitting there. Mm-hmm. So go ahead, drop me off and go take care of your business. So this dumbass. Am I allowed to say dumbass?
I don't know.
I think I could say dumbass.
Okay.
So this dumbass forgot that we were friends on Facebook. Okay? Because we weren't in a relationship on Facebook, but we were friends on Facebook. So this dumbass forgot, and I'm going to say that this person forgot, because why else would you do this if you knew? This person forgot that we were friends on Facebook and posted a picture of himself with a girl, okay? With a girl leaning up against my car with the caption.
Shut up.
With the caption, okay? With the caption, had to swing through and pick my shorty up in the whip.
Girl, shut up. Girl, shut up. Shut up. Girl.
So I'm at work, like, and I'm scrolling. I guess that's why you're supposed to stay off your phone at work. Because if I had stayed off my phone, if I was following the rules, I wouldn't have seen it.
If you hadn't, I'm going to be honest with you, if you hadn't seen it, you probably would have been, still like in the unknown of what the fuck was going on with your car and what the fuck was this name. Am I not supposed to say that? I don't think I'm supposed to say that.
Listen, so then I call him, right? I've seen the post. Like, I need y'all to understand. This is why this is toxic. Mm-hmm. I saw the post. I called him to ask him about the post. Like, you picking up, bitch. Can I say? I can't. I probably can't. My bad.
Females.
You picking up females in my car? Like, I saw the post. In the time while we was on the phone, he done said, what post?
Girl, shut up.
So I go back to his page. Okay, I go back to his page. He done took it down.
I was just about to ask you, did he delete it?
He done took it down. But I had already seen the post. So then I'm like, bring my car to me. Now. Bring my car. Now. I don't care what you're doing. Drop all. Do not pay $200. Do not pass go. Go straight to jail. Okay? God, like, bring me my car. Dang. Do you know he had the audacity to make it seem like I was tripping?
That's toxic. That's a
toxic exes.
That's a toxic ex.
Toxic exes.
But I got a question. Were you ever the toxic ex? Can I answer? I'm gonna answer.
Why you gonna call me like?
I wasn't trying to call you.
But I feel like you kind of put me on the side.
No, because some people don't realize in certain situations that they are the toxic person or they did some toxic things. In that situation, what you just said, like, obviously that person was very toxic and very disrespectful. Like, they ain't had, like, no, I don't know what was going on in their mind. Okay. That was more, for me, that was really, like, some stupidity stuff. You get what I'm saying? Because, like, how you not remember that the girl car that you flaunting around in is your friend on Facebook? Like, but anyway.
So, okay, to answer your question, I have never been, to my knowledge, the toxic ex. But I have been the toxic girlfriend before. Absolutely. I wasn't the person's ex at the time, but I was, like, still in the relationship with the person.
And you was being toxic.
I was being hella toxic.
But, like,
I knew I was being toxic on purpose. And I honestly got, like, it was a little fun. So
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, the toxicity that was in when you was, like, with that person. But, like, my definition of, like, a toxic ex is, like, once y'all, like, been done. Like, y'all done. And, like, they still, like, trying to be all up on, like, make it seem like y'all still together, trying to scare off or, like, do all some bullying to whoever you messing with now, or pretty much just, like, being the toxic ex. Like, they try to pull up on, let's say, like, I heard this one girl say a situation where her ex pulled up on Valentine's Day, knowing he ain't ever do anything for her on Valentine's Day, and he knew she was in a good spot with her new dude, and he gonna pull up with some flowers like he do that like he was doing that all the time in the relationship. And she was like, what? Like, and that's toxic. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, too, like, it's just more so, like, a lot of people don't understand, like, when it comes to being that toxic person, like that toxic ex, they don't see it. You know what I mean? They feel like they just, like they good. Like, like I'm going to try to win her back. No, like, it's the door is closed. Ain't no window open. Ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even the bathroom window is open. It's over. So like I feel like when I hear toxic ex, I do think about like as far as like being in a relationship of the red flags and all the other stuff they was doing, but it's like once we're done. Right?
Wait.
We're done.
So I gotta be honest with y'all. Okay, so this is funny, but it's not funny because it's mad toxic. Mm-hmm. But this is what Talk Your Ish with Shay and Tay is gonna be about. We're gonna be mad transparent. Transparent.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a moment. Yeah. We're gonna be okay. So I don't think, to my knowledge, I've never been a toxic ex, but I did tell Shay that if we ever broke up, that I was going to intentionally be a toxic ex. I told her that I was going to be dropping the kids off when it's her time to see them. I was going to be dropping the kids off, wearing the shortest booty shorts that I ever had. And, like, that I was going to be coming to the door, especially if her new girl was over there. I was going to be coming to the door and, like, make sure when you come over on Friday, that you bring the book bag. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that we ain't made no plans or nothing. Toxic. Like I told her, but I told you to see your face.
You did, but that is toxic though. Like you right, that is. I'm like, but listen. As far as that, like when it comes to, like I said, as far as like the whole ex situation, like a lot of exes just don't know how to let go. Like, and then there are the exes that just feel like, like after all the chances you done gave and everything, like it should be forever. You know what I mean? And I really think that's what brings like a lot more other issues and other things that occur, because it's like you really need to see that, like your behavior or your actions towards me and what I'm trying to do, you know what I'm saying, is like a bother. I'm not saying you, but I'm saying like as far as like other people out there, because like it can turn left like real quick, like real quick.
Okay, so as two members of the Alphabet Mafia, okay, let me ask you this. So I've been seeing a lot on social media that it's been some studs, that have been on some toxic ex-ish with they ex-femme partners. Like, for example, I saw on social media that this ex and this femme were together, and the stud was very violent, apparently. So she left him, started dating somebody else. Months went by, started dating. When the stud found out about it, she showed up to this girl house, okay? Poured gasoline all over her two cars that were sitting in the driveway and set them shits on fire.
Girl, shut up.
That's a toxic ex. So, like, because she had moved on. That's toxic.
That's toxic, but that's, like, some psychopath, like for real. Like, because, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hate to be like that because, everybody do fight for their relationship. But my thing is, like, if it's nothing else we can do, like, literally nothing else we can do. Like, why keep holding that person back? Why keep trying to be a bother to, like, their growth or them trying to find happiness? Like, I'm the type, like, yeah, it's going to hurt to see you with somebody and to feel like, oh, like, they taking my place. Like, they getting the work out of, put in and everything. But at the same time, long as you happy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't going to catch me trying to, like, set, do anything crazy, like flattening your tires, do anything like that, even though, if I got AAA, like, I'm good. But it's more so, like, like, I'm just not with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now, if you want to be petty, we can be petty together. But I still wouldn't want to do that because it's like, we ain't gonna get nowhere. Like, I'm gonna be considered the toxic ex, too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
She lying. Nah, but okay. No, I get it. And that's kind of how I feel. Like,
I mean, the reason why I don't, because, like, my past relationship, like, once it was over, it was over. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was, like, it was hard, but I didn't, like, do
You was in a relationship before me?
I wouldn't really call it, like, a real relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was, like, a little...
You had relationships before me?
Nah, I had relationships before you. I had a relationship. Like it was no S. No. Like I was single. You know what I'm saying? Like I was single. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed my life being single. Like, but I had like somewhat.
You enjoyed the fuck out of it.
Yeah, like I mean, cause you know what I mean. Not like, you know what I'm saying. Like I want to go back because like it was some nights. You know what I'm saying. Like I was a little. I wouldn't say I was lonely, but I was just, you know. But anyway, I don't think the relationship was a relationship. I think it was like a situationship, and that's the thing that certain people don't really understand the difference on, because it was like we liked each other, but it was more like we didn't go like the dating. Like we may have probably like maybe like throughout the years we was together, or like I guess like dealing with each other, it was probably like 2 or 3 days. And I can say like if that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go take you to CC's or to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like what we got, cause like I take you out. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
like,
she sound like
I go out for you.
Don't
you
she
know
sound
what I mean?
like Omar Epps in Love and Basketball? All I did was take the whole to McDonald's.
I mean, because like you know that ain't nothing like, you know, like exquisite, like, and not to knock McDonald's, because like I eat some, you know what I'm saying, I love their fries, but I'm just saying like as far as like a date, and I ain't gonna lie, like I just, you know, I just wasn't in that with that person, like to do and go that far. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I was saying like it was more of a situationship. Like we was just, you know, we just dealing with each other, like, because like I do some like, and then don't get me wrong, like I did some nice things for that person, they did some nice things for me, but it wasn't like serious is what I can say. Like it wasn't like, I don't know, it ain't what I got now. Put it like that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Period.
just be honest with you. Like it ain't.
Period.
I didn't put that, and I'm not even gonna say. And it's me being honest. I didn't put no real work into it, because it was like I didn't feel like it was a need. You know what I'm saying? And I know that sound like, but it's. I mean, maybe I'm toxic for that, but it's just like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't see myself like really wanting to do and go that far with, because I felt like, honestly, for one, I felt like that person didn't appreciate it. I'm being honest with you. You know what I mean? Like I was appreciative of certain things that person did for me, and like even do something for them. Like not like no competition, but it was like I didn't see myself like taking them out. Like, hey, I'm gonna pick you up at 7:00. Hey, we about to go. You know, whoop the whoop. Like I ain't do all that. You got a McDouble out of me with a large fry, and if we went, you know what I'm saying, like if we went anywhere else, like I said, like. Yeah, like if I went to CC, yeah, and a nice little, and then remember when they had the strawberry lemonade little slushies. She wanted that. Yeah, I'm gonna give you want that? Alright, it's $2, $2.39. Alright, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't see me out in the club with that person. You ain't see me like booed up. Like no,
babe, our best friend is tapped in on our live. Hey, boo. Hey, Casey. Oh no.
Lambo gang.
You sick? What the hell? I just talked. Are you sick?
This ain't no gang sign. This is really like love. Like
oh Jesus.
Lambo love. Like even though it's supposed to be.
She said Lambo gang.
But it's not no gang. Like I don't want them thinking.
Oh, okay.
I don't want them shutting us down.
Yeah, that's just okay. But anyway, okay. So I got a question. So okay. Say you in a relationship with somebody, and it don't work out. Okay, that person has moved on, and somehow you have realized that you need that person back. You could have been through this or whatever. If you attempt to get that person back, even though you know that they have moved on, as far as they are in another situation or they are in another relationship, is that toxic?
Yes.
Why?
Because like I'm gonna be real frank with it. Like, prime example, like the person I was just talking about, who I was like in a situation with, relationship with, whatever. If that person like come to a realization, give me a phone call, a text or whatever, even though they don't have that access to me, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be real. They don't have that access to me, and this is what I'm saying. Like as far as like certain people. Like, it's either you toxic or it's either you psychotic. Because if it's like, if I cut you off from all kinds of stuff, like, you don't have access to me like that. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest. Like, you don't have that access to me at all. So, for example, like you said, like, if that person is trying to, like, be like, dang, I miss Shay. I love Shay. Shay was just like everything to me. Like I shouldn't have messed that up with me and Shay and even though I know she with her new love, you know, her bae or whatever. And you know, or even if like prime example, like even if like, you know, even if I was single and I'm either trying to talk to you or trying to, you know what I'm saying, get to know you, that is toxic because it's like you really had the chance. And yes, we not all perfect, we not, but it's like once you realize what you had, it's always gonna be like that. Like if you knew that you and that person or that you did that person like downright dirty, and then now you come to the realization like, dang, like I did them wrong, they was the one that had my back this whole time, like they was always rooting for me and everything, like I feel like that's your karma. That's what you have to realize, like, as far as, like, a lesson learned for yourself, and not only for yourself, but people around you. You know what I'm saying? So, it's more like, that is very toxic, and that's very selfish to pretty much, and to me, it's, like, almost like messing with somebody who's married.
But if you realize you want them back, then I don't see, as long as you're being respectful, I don't see what the issue is.
It ain't no, because truth be told, you say as long as you're being respectful, that's disrespectful. Because, like, you see this person is happy with who and such or whatever. And because you messed up or you was in a bad space with that person or whatever, or like I said, just unappreciative of how much that person, like, gave, love, and just shared their life with you. And now, like, you see me with somebody else and now you want to be like, oh, I loved you and I missed you. You was the best thing, everything, and I just wish we had made it work. No, like I'm about to tell you, like I don't want you. You had me, now you ain't got me because like it's not. No, I'm not. And two, I'm not doing it to myself. I'm just not about to do that to myself. Like I'm really about to be on some like, yeah, that taught me a lesson. That taught me a lesson that yeah, I did all this work. Or I dealt with whether I was, you know, putting in more work than you, but it's like it wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to grow from that. I had to learn that to appreciate somebody who loved me and put that same amount of work in me, and just, you know what I'm saying? Whether we go through our ups and downs or not, but it's like I know I'm not dealing with. I dealt with that last person. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's really what it is. It's disrespectful and it's toxic. So no, like I'm not, no. Like I don't support anybody that feel like they have that need to be like, well, I want her back. You know, she was working with me. You know, when my cousin Noop died, and and even though Noop didn't know her, but she was there for me and everything. But I miss her, love her, and everything. Like, bro, like Noop would tell you, bro, you toxic. You need to stop playing with that girl life. Like, for real, I'm just saying.
Who is Noop?
I'm just saying, like, stating the state.
She done got caught up in her shit. Like, she over here sweating.
Cause, man, like, people be, I'm be honest with you.
Wait, hold on.
That. Like,
hey, Courtney, girl. Thank you for tapping into our first podcast episode. Appreciate it. Y'all, go follow her. She's on TikTok. Look at her handle. It is Her Sweet Treats. Go follow her page. She makes some bomb ass cakes. Listen,
okay.
All kind of sweets. Like, bruh, yes. Go give her page a look.
Shout out to Courtney.
Okay. Let's see. If it's meant to be, the block will be.
Period.
Excuse me for squinting. I'm blind, okay? Like, I am blind. And the phone is really not that far away, but I'm trying to read the comments. But your girl need glasses, okay? But, like, glasses are kind of unattractive on me. So, I think squinting is sexy. You know what I'm saying?
No, like,
you just give it a little, it's sexy.
Know.
But, yes, I completely agree. But, yeah. Sorry, y'all. Like, if y'all don't know me, like, my brain just be going to all kind of places. I'm talking, and Michael B. Jordan giving me, like, the sexy face. Do y'all see that? Like, he was staring at me like he like what I was saying.
He don't even know you. But I feel like a pastor. You know that. And that's why I told you.
don't
Whenever I get to talking, the pastors be, no disrespect, but they be like, yes, and then yes. 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 And I listen, that was a joke. That was a joke.
It wasn't.
But I understand why they be, you know.
Into the bright light of God. Nah, let me stop. Okay. Yeah, because I'll get messy. So let me stop. Because I'll get messy. You know what I'm saying? All right. But, okay. So I completely agree. I get that. Like, because I'm going to have an attitude. Have I ever have what?
Like somebody, a toxic ex trying to be all up in it.
Ain't not one ex that ain't never wanted me back.
Oh, okay.
And I ain't saying that to be like, what's the word? My brain is drawing a blank. I been sipping. Yeah. I ain't saying this to be cocky, like, but honestly, like.
But it's the truth.
I've never been, just being transparent. Mm-hmm. So I've been in my share of relationships. I'm 34. I've been in my share of relationships. But most of my relationships were long-term relationships. Like, all of them were over. Like, I've never had, like, a short-term relationship. And when I say short-term, I mean, like, less than a year. That was an actual relationship. Okay. Like, all of my relationships have been, like, long-term, like, years. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you committed. Like, so you show commitment.
Right. And even when I was younger, like, I've always been, like, that stereotypical ride or die person. Got you. So all of my relationships have been long term, but I have had situations where I was moved on in a new relationship and an ex tried to spin the block. I have also been I have been a toxic ex then, if that's toxic. I have also been a toxic person when I was younger. I was like 17, 18. Where
but that don't count because you still a kid, you still a child. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 17, 18. Like this. I hope I ain't cutting you off.
But you was.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, let me finish.
My bad. Cause like I'm just saying you was a kid.
I get, but where a person that I was in a long term relationship with, one of those like first love things. Chris, if you still watching, you remember Travis.
Don't be saying names.
Oh, I don't be saying names. He know anybody who know him know we was together for like 5 years. But okay, so that was my first like long term relationship from being a teenager into college, and so we broke up. Chris laughing. To my Lord, she called it A's.
Don't be saying
y'all know I ain't got no filter. I'm sorry. Okay, I be name dropping. I do. Okay, but okay, so I was
Travis Tuck. Like, let's just change it.
Okay, so I was in a relationship with him for years. You see what I'm saying? We broke up. Okay. I moved on. They moved on. A few years went by. We kept in touch because we did not end like on a bad note. Okay. Like, but we kept in touch like just to be like, happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, those were the only times, and we kept it real short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't nothing like that. Well, we had both got to a point, I had got to a point where I was single, like a couple years later. And he was always like a friend, if anything. And he had ended up being in the hospital. And
what happened?
The real Tay Money, right? The real Tay Money ain't got no filter. But okay. But he suffered from asthma real bad, like his whole life.
And girl, that's scary. Like that asthma stuff, like that is really scary. Like, I don't care. Asthma is
serious,
like,
and people don't realize how serious
like,
it
you
is.
Can't breathe.
Something happened where he was working on a car. And I guess over time, just the fumes and stuff from working on a car caused him to have a severe asthma attack to the point where they had to induce a coma. Like, they had to put him into a coma to allow his body to heal itself. You see what I'm saying? God. So he was in a coma for like a week and a half. And so his grandmother had gotten in contact with my mother and told to tell me that he was in a coma because she knew that even though we had broken up a few years ago, we were still cool. And so I went to the hospital to visit him, and it was hard seeing somebody that you once cared about, that I still cared about, like as a friend, and like he was in a coma, like like you see on TV. And so it just so happens that I just felt like I needed to be there for him when he woke up. And as dealing with a coma, you never really know when the person is going to wake up.
And you say you were single during that time?
Yeah, I'm single.
Okay.
I'm single during this time. I'm not dating, talking to nobody, none of that.
Can I ask a question? Like,
yeah.
If you... That's the thing I want to know. Like, because I be hearing little stories like that sometimes where it be like, your ex is on a deathbed, or your ex is something happened, and even though y'all like you said, y'all left on good terms and y'all cool, and if you're in a relationship, it's probably for the other person to, feel or to what's the word, like have empathy for that person. Right. So
that played a large part because we ended because I was going to NC State. I was going to college. NC State is in Raleigh, North Carolina, for those of y'all who don't know. And we were living in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, which is about an hour and a half away. Okay. And so that was the first time that there was distance between us. And he didn't want to be in a relationship, honestly, with me, and being an hour away. I think that was just some insecurity on his part. Like, he didn't trust what I was up there doing. And so we decided to amicably separate. Now, it wasn't amicable on my part. It was my first love. What I thought was love. My feelings was fucking hurt. You know what I'm saying? But I was in college. It didn't last that long. But, okay, having said that, all right, so fast forward, blah, blah, blah. So I'm single, he in a relationship. Okay, so his girl, it was awkward because I would come to the hospital and his new girl would be there. And I guess she had asked his sister or his mom or his grandma, whoever, who I was. And they told her that's his ex-girlfriend.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have confronted you because I'd be like, and you are.
She did. She didn't confront me in a. She didn't confront me. She did. She didn't confront me in a very disrespectful way. And I know that's not toxic, but it's more like your boo thing on it, and then just out of nowhere, some little cute little brown eye. You know what I'm saying? Just walking up and everything, and I'm like, we have a problem. No, like, she did. She, and I really...
And I ain't saying it's being insecure, but it's like...
No, like, I really honestly was not there to... I really was not there to disrespect her or anything like that. The only thing that was on my mind was the concern for him. Because he was not doing good. And this is somebody that I spent years with, that I still talk to. So...
And like you said, like, that's like a relationship y'all... ended on good terms.
She done went to go get her something more to drink, y'all. But anyway, so she had a problem with it, and she did address me, in a respectful way. She told me that she didn't feel like it was appropriate for me to be there. And honestly, anybody who knows me being the person that I am, I ain't give a fuck what she thought was appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Like just being honest, like. Looking back, I could see how that was problematic. So I'm not, that I'm older. Yeah. But at the time, me being who I was, I ain't give a fuck what she was talking about. Nigga. Oh, we can't say it.
But I'm just saying, like
I was there to make sure he good. But, like, you don't have to be concerned with me. But,
sorry, my question is, put yourself...
Yes.
Put yourself in that...
It would have been an issue.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, say, like, if, God forbid, anything happened to me, and even though, you ain't got to deal with nothing like that.
I wish she would.
But I'm just saying, like, if there was something, like, where, they come in and and I'm going to be honest with you, and that's another thing I really want to, I'm going to just get a
look, let me tell you this. I look good in them suits. I look good in them. And they not orange. They gray.
Oh, God. But I'm going to touch base on just, when they say, when you break up with somebody who you've been with or whatever, and your family still like stay in touch with them, or
I don't like that.
Like
if we break up, you break up with my family.
I'm be touching.
Don't be calling. I be telling baby daddy number 2 that.
But I'm about to say,
explain something to you. Stop texting my mother asking how she doing. That ain't your concern.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of the times, like
I don't like him, but
it's a lot of times where it's more like, you know, the family had, like, you gotta think you introduce this person to your family. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna be real. My mother, if she told me she don't like you, you know what I'm saying? Like, she loves Tay. She love Tay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she does.
In her eyes, in certain cases,
I love my mama.
She can't do no wrong.
She awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shay mother awesome.
But
she ain't like a stepmom. Like, I mean, a stepmom. She ain't like a mother-in-law from hell or nothing. Like, she dope as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? And prime example for your mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though, like, she
Bev is awesome.
Even though she look evil. She like my evil twin.
She worrisome, but she is awesome. Yeah,
she's
Gemini, so she worrisome.
You know what I mean?
Okay, but hold on.
Gemini.
So let's fast forward. Okay, let's fast forward. Sorry,
I wasn't trying to cut you off. I got a t-shirt. Trying to like.
This what she do, y'all. I'm glad that somebody can see it.
I had something to say too, and then you were just going on my bad.
Because I'm trying to tell the story.
I'm gonna shut up. So yeah.
Okay, so
you
moving fast forward.
Yeah.
Right. So. Anyway, so moving fast forward. See, fooling with you got me talking crazy.
So we gonna fast forward.
Let's fast forward.
Fast.
Anyway, so he ends up waking up. Okay, he wakes up from his coma. All right. I happened to be there.
Did he ask for you like that? She movie? Like in that movie when he was like,
no, because he was in a coma and he did.
But did he say, Terry buddy? Did he do that?
Did he? He did not.
Don't be laughing at her. I'm not picking her up.
Don't be laughing at her because
did he do that? Did he be like, Terry?
Stop laughing at her because she not funny.
Because I'm just saying, because like I low key listen. I would feel the way if you wake up and you call up one of your ex's name. I'm gonna put you back in that coma. Like, I ain't playing with you. That'd be the one time they gonna be like, excuse me, Shay, you need to go. You know, there's 3 officers out here. You talk to the patient and 2 nurses. Cause they say hitting the nurses or any any government, you know.
So what ended up happening was I talked to him. I'm gonna let her laugh at her own joke by herself. I ended up talking to him and the fact that my best friend is on our live co-signing your bullshit is like, that's, like, you my best friend. What the, But anyway, that I deal with. Okay, best friend don't even have my back.
Babe, that's not. She could be laughing at you.
No, she's laughing at you.
I'm not funny.
Anyway, so okay, fast forward. This is what happened.
What happened?
So. I was able to speak to him. He was really out of it, but like he was awake. And I was just telling him, like I've been coming up here because I didn't know if like you wasn't gonna make it. Like you was pretty much on your deathbed, and so I didn't go up there no more. Like I talked to him, like I wished him well, blah blah blah. So fast forward like a week. He had emailed me because he didn't have my new number. Like we had been broken up. Like we didn't talk like that. So he ended up emailing me, telling me,
remember your email?
Thank you. I've had the same email since like high school. It's still the same email. Dang. Like
that's a good thing though, but
But like he ended up messaging me pretty much saying, just thanking me for coming and checking up on him while he was in the hospital, and laughing about the fact that like. His girl was really pressed that I was there, and like different stuff like that. And somehow I honestly cannot remember how this happened.
What happened?
We ended up getting back together. He broke up with her and we got back together. And that was crazy because I went, when I was going up there, I did not have any intention of, I didn't even look at him like that no more. But like, I guess like the life or death thing, and then like, years had gone by. We were both young when we had dated. So we were young, immature. I was at college.
And he was saying that like, ooh, them eyes, with them hips. He was like, wait, like, what? Like, we ain't together no more. She look better than my dude. I ain't saying that's what he said, but like, if I'd have woke up, I'd have been like, what?
you toxic. See, exactly. Shut your ass up.
But listen, I ain't saying I'm toxic. I'm just saying, like, I was a person who was single and who enjoyed being single. So
girl, shut your ass up.
I was.
Christy did tell me not to go to the hospital no more. Like, Christy did tell me, she was like, where you at? I was like, at the hospital seeing the person, since they talking about I'm name dropping.
Don't name drop.
And she was like, girl, you don't need to keep going up there.
Because if he try to find a way to go back to the hospital. Let me say this. Because if he try to find a way to go back to the hospital, he gonna know this one. You know what I'm saying?
Let me explain something to you.
Like, I'm just saying, I know. But I'm just saying, like, don't be pulling that falling down the stairs stuff with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Who fell down the stairs?
I'm for Coming to America. He was like, yeah, don't be falling downstairs and get your rent due. Like, I'm telling you, boy, if he try me, it's a problem. And I don't want no problems. That's the thing it is. I always come with peace. So like, listen, don't try to pull that falling down the stairs stuff with me.
Oh, my God.
Like, don't do it.
Okay. But yes, okay, so looking back on some transparency-ish.
Because what if he could say,
because I'm going to talk my age.
You took me from my girl, I can take you from your girl. Like, boy. Like,
but I'm going to tell you why he can't. I'm going to tell you why him and none of my other male exes can.
Any ex.
Well, the reason I said male exes is because we all know.
Any.
Okay. What the fuck did you do? Why did you look at all psycho like
Look.
that? Anyway.
Yeah, Nikki.
So,
Can't
because
run through your pants. Yeah. Straight like that.
She been sipping, so I genuinely have no idea why.
Hey, don't be putting my business out like that. Don't do that.
Anyway, so okay, check me out. Like, you have to get to a point. Christy is so, like, I'm so tired of her co-signing for you.
Why is it me, man?
Like, I'm so sick of it. But anyway, honestly, you really just have to get to a point, honestly, where, because if I think real hard, I can think of at least one good memory from any of my exes. Now, that don't mean, you know what I'm saying, that's all that pretty much means that's all that there is. You know, like, there were, like, a few good times. You know what I'm saying? But, I think what people forget, when it comes to new relationships is, it's funny, after you've healed from the trauma and the drama of a past ex, right. It's almost like the only thing that's left that you can remember in detail are the good times. Okay. Unless it was just so traumatic, the bad times were just so traumatic that, you know, like, you got PTSD from it, which is not a joking matter. Like, it's real.
Or just anything.
Right.
Like, you know.
But it's like, in the moment, you never take the time to remember why y'all not together in the first place. And so as I got older, I had to realize that spinning the block really never ends well, because while I believe that people can change, I do. I believe that people can grow up, especially if you were younger when you were in this relationship. Okay. While I do believe that anybody can change, I also believe that 9 times out of 10, depending on what the issue was, why y'all broke up, I really feel like just because you can remember some good times, it's like almost like your brain intentionally blocks out the bad as a form of self-preservation, or even if you remember the bad, your brain blocks out how traumatic the bad was to you at the time. Right. And I'm very guilty of this. Right. I've never spun the block, but I've thought about spinning the block, like,
because
a couple times.
Do it again, or
no, like, I've had exes contact me, and what's funny is I've sat there like, well, it wasn't that bad, like, and they may have changed, or, you know, blah blah blah.
But the question is, have you changed? Like, have you saw, like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, see, what I find is, and I can only speak for myself, it's not if I changed.
Is if that person changed.
What's the what? What's the? Can you read that?
What's the
coolest?
What's the coolest item near you?
What the hell are you talking about?
My drink.
What?
That's the coolest item.
That is so random.
Oh, and her. All right.
I am pretty cool.
She's the coolest thing.
But
that is
just because you remember the good times doesn't mean you should forget the bad.
Absolutely.
Like that's the point that I'm making.
Because if they owe you $20, you better, you know what I'm saying? Like they better stand on it. Because if they thinking about trying to come over, be like, you got cash at PayPal? What's the other one? Venmo, Chime,
and
all that.
Zelle.
Yeah,
and
I need that 20.
But you know, like going back, there have been times where an ex has tried to spin the block, and it's so easy to remember all the good that they did, or all the good that good times that they had, that we had. But like, it's almost like your brain erases your brain is like, as a self-preservation, your brain kind of makes you feel like you can remember the bad, like they did this and this hurt me. But because you've healed from it, or at least moved on enough, it doesn't hurt as bad. So now you feel like, well, it wasn't that bad. And I'm very guilty of this. Like, I've spun the block twice, and I didn't go to the person. Me and the person kind of like started chopping shit back up, and we ended up going back into a relationship. Right. And honestly, and it's different for everybody, but honestly, both of those situations ended exactly how they ended the first time. Honestly, because even though the person had changed and grown in certain aspects,
it's like they
got, and so did I. It was still like,
it's like they got so used to. And that's why I heard somebody say that before, like they got so used to that person. So it's like when it's something like that where it ends the exact same way or similar, you know what I'm saying, but more leaning to the exact same way that it, how it ended the first time. Like that was like, fool me once, shame on me. I mean, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Third time, it's like,
but let me explain something to you. When it comes to relationships, and this is whether this is romantic relationships or like friendships, family relationships, anything. And I'm gonna mess this word up because I always do. Familiarity, and I think I still said it wrong, but y'all know what I mean.
That was close. That was good.
That is for real, because on one hand you have this old person, this old relationship, where you know it through and through. You know the good and you know the bad. Okay? Like, you've been through it, whatever, you know the good and the bad. You know what's going on over here. You know what to expect. If you're going to get hurt, you know what type of hurt to expect.
Right.
Whereas on this hand, you have to take the risk of going out and finding something new.
Right. Okay?
Something new, possibly experience a new type of hurt, a new type of pain. Right. You have to learn to trust this person. Like, this person is new. So it's almost like familiarity will have you going back to something that you're honestly settling for, because not because they're a bad person. They're not. Your exes aren't always bad people.
Though. Like, you really comfortable.
You're comfortable. Like you're comfortable. You know they bullshit. They know your bullshit. Like you know.
But it's not I've been there. Yeah, like when you see, like they always say, like in relationships, you want to grow with that person. Like like they always say that 5-year plan thing. Like, okay, we started out doing this. 5 years from now, are we still doing the same thing? Then like this is what I learned from, like, I ain't gonna lie. I be looking at like marriage, like different marriage counseling, different stuff, where they be like giving advice and stuff like that. So like, and I feel like it does help, you know what I mean? Like, but it's more like when you start with this person and you was in this, this whole idea of what the relationship could be, you know what I'm saying? They can think different, but you think like, okay, 5 years from now, we can be, let's say like, on a yacht, celebrating our 5th-year anniversary, doing all this, and and some people don't make it to that 5 year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what they said, like, as far as, like, why a lot of relationships don't last, because, like, a lot of people aren't putting in the work to reach those goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, that shit ain't fucking easy. It's not easy.
It's not.
It's really not easy. And it's like nobody ain't gonna tell you it's gonna be easy. It's really work. It's really whether you putting aside your past and things that happen to you, or you're gonna address everything that happened to you and realize the person who you're with isn't that person. I mean, of course they ain't that person because they ain't create that problem. But what you see, babe?
You know somebody named Ronnie Nosebleed?
No.
They said, "What's up, twin?"
I don't know Ronnie.
I was just asking.
But I got a lot of cousins. Like, we all look alike. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Ronnie.
Twin?
What up, twin? But I don't know where. Like,
Okay.
I don't know what that
I'm
means.
sorry.
Probably ain't no stalker. But
sorry for getting all in the camera. I just can't. I can't see.
I
For those of y'all
don't
tuned
know.
in,
I
really
remember.
can't see.
I don't remember right now because, like, like I said, like, it's more so like that. Like, you have to put in that work. You have to, see and put your goals into use. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I was saying, like, when it comes to the whole thing about, like, where you see yourself as with one person who, you used to being and doing different things, but you're not growing with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I met this one lady one time. She's wasted 25 years of her life. And I'm not going to say it because like it was, like her having her kids was a waste, because that's not every child and everything is but she wasted her year for 25 years. She was raising her kids. She was being a stay-at-home mom. She was pretty much feeding into everything around her husband. Come to the 25th year, he asked for a divorce. He kicked her out, gave her the car, kicked her out, put her in a car that he kicked her out in, and told her don't come back to the house because he put his new shorty into the car.
Are you talking about the movie Diary of a Mad Black Woman?
No. This was real life. Like, this was real life. She had plates. I ain't gonna say where the plates came from.
That is
but
awful.
She traveled. She had to move to, like, and get to a safe place for herself. And it was sad because it's like she realized 25 years later that she should have been left him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she could have. Yeah, she had her kids. She loved her kids, and it was just like she should have been left him because she didn't finish. She didn't finish college. She didn't do anything, like, as far as like a hobby that she really wanted to do. Everything that she wanted that was going on was around her kids and her husband.
Well, and this kind of getting a little off the topic of toxic exes, but I'm just saying,
as far as like the comfortability is what I'm saying,
right?
Like,
but what I will say is, yes, like, and I get that. But what I will say is, on that note,
mm-hmm.
Now we're not married yet. So I said that.
I had to make sure.
Okay.
It's not you.
Okay. Yeah. So technically, in the eyes of the law, like.
Cause I don't play about that. Let me tell you, I don't play about that.
You finished?
Go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead. Soon to be.
So technically, in the eyes of the law,
you my right hand woman. You see what I'm saying? Bam. It's like that.
So I know y'all watching thinking that she doing this for the podcast.
No.
Let me explain something to y'all. No, this is every day. This is no cameras rolling. I deal with this every day. So pray for me. But anyway, on another note, when you're a mom, Okay, when you're a mom or a parent, because I know men who go through this. When you're a parent, it's hard not to be it's hard for your life not to be wrapped up in the major three, what I call them, the major three. Your kids, your job, and your partner. Right. It's very hard not to be wrapped up in the main three. I like to use the comparison, the metaphor of filling the cup a lot when I'm explaining things. It's almost like you're a person and you, okay, so this happens to be, my kid got some like Black History.
As they should.
Cup from school. But so it's almost like this is the mother and the mother's cup is full, okay? But then she's pouring into her kids because she has to. That's a requirement.
Right.
I don't care about nobody talking about they don't have to. No, you had them kids, so you have to.
True.
So for y'all watching this who got kids who ain't pouring into y'all kids, you the problem.
You need to get off the live. Okay. Because you need to tend to your kids. You need to go tend to
your kids.
Like,
okay?
Period. And I'm not talking ish.
I'm talking my ish.
I'm stating facts.
Okay. So, but the mother pours into her kids.
Yeah.
Okay. So now her level here.
Okay.
All right. It's not feel no more. It's here. But she's still feeling good because she has poured into her kids.
Okay.
In order to provide for your kids, you have to pour into your job. And jobs can be effing stressful. Okay. And then not worth your peace or the amount that they're paying you. But you have to provide for your kids and yourself. So you're at that job. Okay. So now you a little bit lower. Okay, so even if you're not in a relationship, you're still filling the cups of other people as a necessity, but nobody is filling into your cup. That look weird. I'm not going to do that. But nobody's filling into your cup. So then add a partner. Okay, so now you're adding to your partner's cup. Sorry. So now you're even lower. Okay. Now in the ideal world, your partner is going to add into you. All right?
Yeah.
Okay? In an ideal relationship, in an ideal world, your partner is going to add into you. But it's almost like, let's just break this down. There's 24 hours in a day. Let's say you're one of the lucky people that can at least get 7 hours, of sleep. Okay? So do that math. 24 minus 7. I've been drinking.
24 minus 7.
Don't answer unless you show, because I don't want people to think we slow. 24 minus 7. So, give me a second.
That's,
okay, hold on. 24.
Hold on. I got my phone right here. 17. I was speaking.
So there's 17 hours left. Lord. So there's 17 hours left, okay? Because everybody needs sleep.
Don't do us.
17, okay.
Don't do us.
We've been, So now you have 17 hours left, okay? Like on some real ish. So you have, in those 17 hours, you have to work. You have to provide for your kids and provide for your partner. And I'm not talking about monetarily. I'm talking about spending time
like
with
in
these
general.
people. Yeah, spending time, showing love,
and don't let it be like you work a third shift.
Yeah, that's even worse.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
because I worked third shift for a while and it was awful. But okay, so
me too.
Listen,
but it's
so
it's hard.
You've poured into all of these people, and even if your partner is pouring into you, as moms, let's be clear. Let's be clear. We love our kids, but it's not their job to pour back into us, and it very rarely happens until they become adults. And mine are 10 and 7.
And then even still, 10 and
7.
And even still, like, as
so they're
adult,
not pouring into you, okay? So like everything that you're giving to them, you might get the random moment where they do something where you're like, oh, and it just makes your day. Yeah. But as a parent, you know that ish don't happen every day, okay? Like, let's be clear. So your kids are not pouring into you. Other than a paycheck, your job ain't pouring into you, honestly. They're taking
Steve
more.
Is on the second step of getting cussed out. Like, Steve is this close.
Like, so really it's, but what falls short is, honestly, yourself. Okay? you put everything on your partner to pour into you. Yeah. Okay, because you are putting your 100%, so you expect the same thing, but it very rarely happens like that. Okay, transparency. We get into it all the time. Let me explain why without giving you all of the details. Yeah, I'm a sensitive thug. Okay, my mouth is vicious and my attitude is even worse.
Cut you at the tongue.
Okay, but I'm sensitive as hell. Do you hear me? Don't raise your voice at me. Cause now I'm crying and now I'm mad. Okay? Like, I'm a sensitive thug. So, and because of past transgressions, past hurts, past relationships, I need a lot of what's the word? Reassurance. Thank you. Yeah. I need a lot of reassurance. Yeah. So that's just me. Like, that's what I need.
And it's not wrong with that.
Yeah, no, like, it's nothing wrong with that. Like, you just have to make sure you have somebody who's willing to give that to you. I need a lot of reassurance on my healing journey. So if I feel like there's a moment where I'm not getting that, because maybe she's emotionally exhausted. You see what I'm saying? Because she's dealing with all ish. You know what I'm saying? Then I feel like I'm not getting what I need. Yeah. All right? And because I'm sensitive, I'm very vocal about that. Right. Like, why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't doing that? Do you still love me? Bro, I'm a Cancer. Don't judge me.
But I say I do because I do.
Right, and she does. And we've been through a lot of ish. Yeah. Don't go there. Ain't no cheating or nothing like that. Don't go there. But I'm talking about relationship stuff. Like, it takes a lot out of you to give yourself to somebody.
Like, it's really like I said, like that work you put in. Like, it's not even just like just the whole outside. It's just like I said, you just said that, you know, dealing with your old stuff that you're trying to heal from and continue to heal from, and like pretty much not put your walls up to be heard again. Okay. That's a you know what I'm saying? That's a job in itself.
So let's pull it back. Let's pull it back into the realm of toxic exes, okay?
Mm-hmm. And they don't know that they doing this. That like they cause
sometimes they do.
No, but I'm just saying, like, they don't realize like the effect that's why I was saying, like, when I was saying, like, you know, when it comes to them, oh, I want you back, da da da. No, like, you knew that you had her, that you knew you played your part or whatever, so it's over. Like, let me being the person who she finds and who she wants to be with, and that I feel like who's meeting me on the same level that I didn't have. Let us be happy. Because obviously you did make her happy in certain parts, but you damaged or you created a trauma that me, myself, and as well as her, have to heal from together. Mm-hmm. Like, we have to, we have to, if we're going to keep going on with our relationship and growing, because then that's another thing that I see with a lot of toxic exes. Y'all want growing from nothing. Y'all was still stuck in y'all ways, still want her to do all this, be the housemaid, and be Florence from the Jeffersons, and not Wheezy, but I'm just saying, and then you expect her to still want to continue being that person? Like, no, here's what's going to happen. If she want to go back to school, I'm going to help her pay for school, and I'm going to take her there, and she going to, you know what I'm saying, we're going to split the time of doing what the kids on the weekends are doing today. Boom. If she want to do whatever. If she want to start sewing, I'm going to go get your yarn. I'm going to go get your, some fabric. I'm going to go and do all that, because, like, if you wasn't supporting and trying to see where she was at, like, and then not only that if she supported all of what you was doing, and then you turned around just like, oh, nah, babe, put that off a little bit. We got better things to work on. Like, bro, like, what if she wanted to be a surgeon and help people? What if she wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? What if she wanted to like, be a president? Like, you ain't going to stand by her. You want her to be still doing all the things. Cause, babe, like, that be tripping me out that a lot of people be doing that. Like, they be really trying to, like, make it seem like, oh, I want her back so we can make things different. No, you holding her back from her potential. Like, she's not nobody's concubine or nobody's slave. Like, nah, like, so that's all I'm saying. Concubine the same thing as a slave? I mean, it's more like something similar, but, you know, I don't know. But anyway.
Okay. So bringing it back, the point that we were making, she be going off on the tangent when she feeling it, y'all.
Yeah, like, bro.
But the point that I was making was, sometimes it's easy to look back at your exes and not be able to see the big picture, because you might be emotionally stressed in your current relationship, not because they're doing anything wrong, but just life, kid-ish, work-ish, normal relationship-ish. And so here comes your ex in your DMs, painting this pretty picture, telling you how much they've changed, how much they've
and bring up one time y'all went to the lake.
Like bringing up good memories.
You remember when we went to the aquarium? Exactly. We took pictures and stuff. Me and you and the kid eat. Like, no, nigga, she ain't thinking about that. Like, she thinking about how she gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying, she wanna do her little hobby. She gonna wanna make sure how she gonna finish her class. Like,
you okay? Who are you talking to?
I'm just stating the fact that, toxic exes, but now I'm just saying, toxic exes, what toxic exes are and what they be.
Y'all, she talking about my baby daddy. That's who that's pointing to. No, she's not talking about him directly, but he be trying that bullshit.
I'm talking about just
it don't be working.
I'm not even talking about. I didn't say. Like you just said. No, I'm talking about just other females who be dealing with crazy stuff as well.
But it be the same shit.
They be dealing with some. You're right. It is.
It be the same shit.
But ain't nobody talking about that. Anyway, like I said,
but yeah,
so
it's easy to want to feel like I'm gonna spin the block because I got all this going on over here, and I'm not unhappy. But maybe it's a lot right now, and they painting this good picture, bruh. Don't fall for it.
I'm not going back.
Don't fall for it. I'm telling you, don't fall for it, because all it is perspective.
Right.
All it is perspective. Because if you spin the block and you go back to that ex, you still gonna have to deal with your kid shit. You still gonna have to deal with your job shit. Mm-hmm. And now you done went back to an ex that was cheating and creeping and beating and whatever that person was doing. Gaslighting you, talking down on you, doing all this stuff. They said that they changed.
Yeah.
Now, once in a blue moon, people do grow up, people do change. Don't get me wrong.
You said once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon, people do change. I do believe, like I said, that people can change. Mm-hmm. But more often than not, they just found better ways to hide their bullshit, honestly. But yeah. So just stay away from them exes.
Please,
stay away from the toxicity.
For real.
Toxicity.
Yes.
Stay away from that. Stay away from that spider's web, because once you get stuck on it,
you just you
stuck. It goes downhill. Been there, done that. Don't go through the motions. Don't do none of that. Don't fall for the story about, because 9 times out of 10, if they busting their ass to prove to you that they've changed,
they ain't gotta
not
say
proving, saying, if they're busting their ass for the good story,
they ain't
changed. Yeah.
They ain't gotta say it. They ain't gotta constantly keep letting you know.
Exactly.
Well,
they ain't changed. It's the same shit.
They ain't gotta keep doing that. Cause that's how they be. Okay. That's how they be.
So we have come to our time, people. What we gonna do is, this is how Talk Your Ish with Shay and Say gonna work. So, in the end, we're gonna go to our handy dandy topic bowl. Y'all like that? Y'all like that? That's that Naruto. Look, it got I just ordered this. That's not a chip. That's not a chip.
It look like a chip.
This is to hold your chopsticks. That whole is to hold
your
chopsticks.
But they don't know. That's what I'm saying.
And it don't. Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm definitely a black nerd. If you ain't know. Okay, that's my baby. Look at Naruto right there. So what we're gonna do is, I picked today's. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick the topic for next week's episode 2 of our podcast. Talking Your Ish with Shay and Tay.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and pick out of the topic bowl. That way, y'all can go ahead and get ready for next week.
Look, I'm going to close my eyes.
So that y'all can go ahead and be thinking about what y'all want to say when y'all tune in. Because what we're going to start doing is we're going to start letting people talk they ish.
Please.
We're going to talk about our topics, but you're not just going to have to.
If y'all can relate, if y'all can't relate,
listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all not just going to have to comment in the comments.
You know.
We're going to bring y'all, if y'all ready for it, we're going to let y'all speak y'all piece. We're going to start adding y'all to our lives so that y'all can talk y'all ish.
Listen, you ain't got to tell us about your cousin being in a toxic situation. Alright? You ain't gotta tell us, but
I would like to hear it if you.
You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to put my cousins out there, but I'm pretty sure they in the toxic. Yeah.
Okay, Gloria. Yeah. Okay. So do you got one? Song, it is your favorite part.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
just like Deja's favorite part. That's our youngest kid.
Don't be name dropping. I keep telling you, like this is what we're not doing. Like,
our youngest kid, she like that song too. My favorite part is when Cardi say that the weed be tickling her ass crack. But that's
don't.
I'm just saying that's her favorite part.
That's not her favorite part.
It's funny to her.
We don't know.
She a little kid, so it's funny.
But that ain't her favorite part. She don't know. She just Okay,
so what's the topic? Drum roll, please. What's the facts? The topic for next week is
bam. Mexico trafficking.
Because I know y'all saw in the news what happened to that girl who claimed to be going down there for that BBL.
But listen, and this is not no racist anything.
But she ain't the first.
But we're going to,
snatched.
whether it's Mexico, but we're going to talk about this trafficking thing. And whether y'all want to get serious or not, we're going to talk about it. Because we're going to talk our ish.
So tune in next week. So next Friday, 9 p.m., be here, okay? And we're going to talk about trafficking, especially how Mexico been trafficking hard as crap lately. Like,
not just them, though. Not just them.
No, it's not just them. But lately they've been in the news.
It's trafficking.
Like, what is going on? Like, what in the black market? You know what I'm saying? So tune in next week for the topic of trafficking. We're going to get into it. Thank y'all for showing up to the premiere of Talk Your Ish
with Shay and
Pay Money. See you guys next week.
Period. Oh, I tried to throw it back in the roto bowl. Okay, it ain't go.